Yes, I drive a Mercedes, and it's time to show off to my pals at this golf course. It's part of being a well-accomplished Mercedes Benz owner. You get to spend time at a golf course. Yes, this is the life. Need to have the best car at the country club and the best golf swing. So I better work on my golf swing. The Mercedes I am driving today is the current generation C-Class. So technically the C-Class is the smallest sedan. There is the CLA, but Mercedes calls it a coupe, even though it has 4 doors. But this C-Class is in its 5th generation, and it took the task when the 190E went out. And this one is equipped with the AMG line, which is a $3,400 package. There are optional packages like the winter package, that's $450, exclusive trim package, which is $2,000, a pinnacle trim, which is $4,100, a driver's assistance package, which is $1,900. So basically, this is how you could, the different ways you could spec this thing. This is kind of the base one. Mercedes have a C43, and there is a C63, I think, in the works. But they all get a 4-cylinder. It's a very beautiful car, and you can see back here, great trunk space. It's very roomy, and there's not much you will need unless you really want something more executive. You might go for the E-Class, or you're big baller and you go for the S-Class. So let's go up front and we'll take a look at the engine. So up front here you have a 2-liter inline-4 turbocharged with a mild hybrid system. It has a 48-volt starter generator between the engine and the transmission, and that electric part is good for about 20 horsepower. So you get a total system output of 255 horsepower and 295 pound-feet of torque. Now, it goes through a 9-speed automatic transmission, and what's beautiful about this is you can get up to 36 miles per gallon on the highway. But what's controversial about this new C-Class is that the AMG models get the same 4-cylinder. So a lot of people are upset about that. But the AMG C43, which starts around $60,000, has a 0 to 60 time of 4.6 seconds. It has 402 horsepower, 369 pound-feet of torque. The upcoming C63 puts out almost 700 horsepower and costs about $115,000. So there you have it. So first thing you notice when you get into the C300 is this tablet style center console. And I could really say that Tesla really influenced the industry. And these vents here, they're really beautiful, and they're like an artwork in this car. And then because this one has the AMG package, it has the simulated wood with aluminum inserts, but it's not real wood. But it looks beautiful in here. And the next thing I like is Mercedes always keeps their seat controls here on the door panels. And I like how it's concaved. You have your speaker, but the door pockets are really useful because you could put a tall bottle in here. And so there's lots of storage. There's kind of like this floating effect on the door switches and the armrest. So it's very comfortable. It kind of makes it feel more roomy. And then your classic Mercedes steering wheel. What I think Mercedes, the old school Mercedes people might not appreciate is a digital instrument cluster, but it's still beautiful in here. You have leather stitched dash, piano black. It's real classy. I mean, gonna get dirty fast and fingerprints all here. So if you're a neat freak, you might want to carry a towel in the storage here or storage here. And but all in all, it's a beautiful interior with the AMG package. You also get those nice seats, nice bolstered. The headrest, they look very futuristic. And back here is roomy enough. This car features a very big trunk, and I must say it's a nice car. The thing about the sunroof, you have a swipe. You swipe to open, swipe to close. I'm not gonna open it now because I do have my camera mounted here. I'm 6'2", and you could tell I fit very well in here. So controls, you have your classic Mercedes shift to stock and indicator and a host of controls on your steering wheel. So let's get started. Engine on. You hear the 4-cylinder Rev 2 Live, and there's your digital gauges. Volume right here. Turn the volume down, and you have your home. I'm not always big on going through the menus, but Mercedes MBUX, this is the latest version, and it works pretty well. You have your fan controls, your climate controls always here. So that's one thing I like about this is things that you're always going to need is right here. Let's get started. My first impression here is I can hear the growling 4-cylinder, and that's one thing that a lot of people do not appreciate in a luxury car. So you have a luxury car with a 4-cylinder, and you almost can't get away with the way the engine sounds. And it to me, a $50,000 car should not sound like that. I know they're going for the fuel economy. This could get up to 36 miles per gallon on the highway, but I think maybe they should have thrown their straight 6 in here. It would have sounded better and smoother. It achieves 0 to 60 in 6 seconds, and I know some people have tested it a little faster than that. For most people who will use this car, that's good enough. I know a lot of people always, they're so focused on 0 to 60 times and how fast the car is. You got to remember, yes, we're car enthusiasts, and but not everybody wants to race or wants to go fast. Some people just need something comfortable, something to move around. This car, if you buy this car, it's because you want to show off. Not show off like you're actively showing off, but it's a status thing. It's something that I have achieved something in life, and I want to reward myself for my accomplishments in life. And I will get a baby S-Class. I will get something nice. I don't want to spend $100,000 on an S-Class or $70,000 on an E-Class, but I will get a C-Class because that does it for me. Corners well. Really pushed it around this corner, and I'm satisfied for what it is. I'm gonna accelerate here onto the freeway. Yeah, it's got great acceleration. Minimal wind noise. And you can hear some of the undulations on the freeway coming through the cabin, but generally it's not a bad ride. Is it what I expect for $50,000? You know, it's hard to tell these days because everything's so expensive. 10 years ago, that was probably a $40,000 car. Now it's $50,000, and so the bar keeps changing. So nothing's constant. You're paying $40,000 for a lot less cars. So it's just something we have to get used to. Alright, so the steering is pretty tight. Changing lanes here. Let me give it the bins a little bit. So I'd say on the freeway, when you hit the accelerator to the floor, there isn't a gush of power coming to save you. It takes its time. It accelerates, but it's not like a 6-cylinder or V8. But this car, I guarantee you 95% of people will be happy with it because that's all they need is a car to get around. I like it. It's a nice car to get around. The seats are comfortable. It has decent power. Kind of quiet, but you can't get away from the noise of the 4-cylinder coming into the cabin. So for $46,950, the C300 sedan is comfortable, pretty quiet, has decent acceleration, 0 to 60 time of 6 seconds. You can get 26 miles per gallon in the city and 36 miles per gallon on the highway. What else do you want? Well, there are a lot of competitors in that segment, like the Acura TL, the BMW, and a host of others. But if you're buying this car, you want the 3-star, the ultimate luxury. For less than $50,000, you can almost convince people that you have achieved a whole lot in life. For some people, all the digital amenities the screens, it might be intimidating. But it has all the latest safety features like pre-save sound, attention assist, active brake assist, and a host of others. With Mercedes reliability, I've owned many Mercedes and I've never had a huge issue where I've said I'll never buy one again. So I think you'll be in good hands, and this car will take you places. It'll improve your golf swing and people will love you. Thank you. Subscribe and like.